Hello there. Well, there's a phrase that won't come as any surprise to anyone who's been paying attention. UK MPs are totally intent on trashing the will of the people and reversing Brexit. The Labour Party Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell said today that MPs will move heaven and earth to prevent the UK leaving the European Union without a deal. Now, I don't care what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, the phrase "prevent the UK leaving the EU without a deal" is just longhand for reverse Brexit. Now, he also confirmed that the Labour leadership would be backing an amendment by two of his party's MPs, Peter Kyle and Phil Wilson, that would allow Theresa May's deal, or any deal for that matter, to go through as long as there was a referendum at the end of it. And the Liberal Democrat, soon-not-to-be leader Vince Cable, said that if Theresa May's deal was rejected yet again this week, then Parliament could end up cancelling Brexit. Speaking to the Press and Journal, he said that if faced with a clear choice of a WTO Brexit or no Brexit at all, then MPs would vote for no Brexit at all and face a backlash. But going back to the people, he said, and humbly asking them to sort it out would be reasonable. Though exactly what would be asked for was not, I think, made clear. Anyway, it doesn't matter which route the Remainer establishment wants to take in its efforts to reverse Brexit, they all rely on an extension of Article 50 in order to give them time to put major legislation in place to achieve it, whether it be via Theresa May's withdrawal agreement, holding a second EU referendum, or fully revoking the Article 50 letter. At present, the assumption seems to be that the Prime Minister can just get on a plane to Brussels, chinwag for a while, then bring back a piece of paper saying they've agreed an extension, then amend the exit date in the Withdrawal Act 2018. Happy days for Remainers. But some legal experts claim that, because the government was forced to use an Act of Parliament to trigger the Article 50 process by the Miller court case, then an Act of Parliament would be needed to extend the process or to revoke it. And this is because the Notification of Withdrawal Act 2017 itself specifically limits the power of the government to only notify the UK's intention to withdraw from the EU, not the wider powers to extend or revoke the process. But, and it's a big but, the government will just press ahead with what it wants to do in the next 13 days and try and fend off any legal action that could interfere with it by throwing bags of public cash and lawyers at it. And it could also use the same tactics to fend off the requirement to hold EU Parliament elections in May, however long the Article 50 extension is. Despite legal action or threats thereof, the government could either keep the current MEPs in place, or allow the MEPs to stay but not vote, or appoint representatives instead, or even just hold elections when we get around to it later in the year, if ever. And yes, these are being discussed. But the first three of those options would require the EU to agree to allow those people access to their parliament. What would their democracy look like then? While just not supplying MEPs will incur a few snotty letters to our Cabinet Office from Eurocrats while we are royally sold down the river. And if this was stitched up between the two of them and allowed to go ahead, it would show the true depths to which democracy in the UK and EU had now sunk. Looking at their intended trajectory and where the legal and constitutional buffers are, it is becoming clearer by the day that our politicians are no longer in the mood to play with time-honoured rules and deliver for the people of the UK. They now intend to do anything they can get away with in order to reverse Brexit, so giving the reins of the UK to the EU and hang the consequences. What we need is a deep-pocketed group of Brexiteers to front up at the High Court with a set of legal actions to address these issues. But at the end of the day, I think we can now be assured that this government, aided and abetted by Parliament, will keep grinding democracy down and hollowing out the UK until they are told to stop, either by a judge or by the people. And I'll leave you with a thought. The Tory manifesto promising us an EU referendum came out in April 2015, which is now 4 years ago. In that time, the combined might of the UK establishment has failed to deliver. Yet, in the next 13 days, they will work tirelessly to reverse the whole thing. You see, what gets done is down to MPs' priorities, and if they manage to reverse Brexit, it would show what can be achieved in a very short time when the political will is there. And there is none amongst those MPs for Brexit. Now, Brussels must be rattled because they've claimed that the UK no-deal Brexit tariff schedule is illegal under WTO rules. EU Commissioner for the Republic of Ireland, Phil Hogan, who is also the European Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, said that the UK plan was a political stunt, pure and simple. And he said that the initial assessment was that it was illegal and not compatible with WTO rules. But, he said, ultimately that will not succeed because they will be taken to a panel of dispute settlement. Now, Tory MP Nick Bowles, the one who concocted a plan with Labour MP Yvette Cooper to try and take control of the Brexit plans from the government, has resigned from his local Conservative constituency association, citing a clash of values and views. Local Tory activists have been trying to get him deselected over his anti-Brexit antics, so he probably left them before he got dumped for the next election. But he said he would stay on as a Conservative MP, and the party has accepted his offer, saying that he is a valued member and they hope to continue to benefit from his drive and energy. Are you speechless about that? Because I am. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.